Muy buenas noches, Guadalajara. Seguimos aquí en la tercera fecha de este calendario 2025 de la Pro Padel League. La verdad es que estamos súper contentos. ¿Qué partidos nos dejaron San Diego contra Cancún? La verdad es que estábamos todos extremadamente abocados a lo que estaba pasando en la pista. Al final de cuentas, San Diego se la lleva la serie en ambas ramas. Y ahora tenemos que presentar esta segunda serie, porque se van a enfrentar los Houston Bolts contra el Miami Padel Club. Y vamos a presentar al equipo de Houston Bolts. Ella es Marta Caparrós, la primera integrante de este equipo. Y también tenemos a Marta Barrera. Alberto Trabanco también es integrante del equipo de Houston Bolts. Y para completar este equipo, llega aquí Juan Ramírez. Y por favor, un gran aplauso para el Miami Padel Club. Démosles la bienvenida a Sandra Bellver. Y también un gran aplauso para Laila Rodríguez. Y también un aplauso para los caballeros. Él es Edu Alonso. Y el último integrante de este equipo es Federico Chingoto. Una gran bienvenida para el equipo de Miami Padel Club, que hace acto de presencia.
Hello everyone, welcome back for our second pair of matches in our opening session of the Pro Padel League Guadalajara, Mexico. We've just seen the San Diego Stingrays assure their place in the Cities Cup. Well, this next tie is, well, it's interesting. The Houston Volts against the Miami Padel Club. Miami also looking pretty much nailed on to qualify for New York. Houston Volts, they currently occupy the last place in the league. They're 8th, with a slight lead over the LA Beat. And part of me thinks that if Marta Caparrós and Marta Barrera can repeat their performance from San Sebastian, where they finished a very, very creditable and very impressive 3rd place, they could they would put a lot of pressure on the Beat. They're playing against a slightly scratch Miami women's team. There's no Virginia Riera, no Jess Castillo today. Instead, it is Sandra Bellver and Laia Rodríguez. They turned the lights out just as I was looking at my notes. So, certainly for ranking and for form, you would say that the Houston Volts women's team have a really good chance of picking up important points today. Looking at the men who are on afterwards, Ivan Ramirez and Alberto García Trabanco, very young, inexperienced. They're taking on Edu Alonso and Fede Chingotto. I mean, we've both gone in the tips, well, myself and Eric. Paul standing in for him today.
I'm feeling a bit left out actually, Paul.
Yeah, I do feel guilty.
There should be a guest slot pick thing going on, and I'm going to do it anyway.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going with the two Martas, the Andaluz duo, to see off Miami here. I think they'll have too much in the locker.
Yeah.
Like I say, I think the Miami team, as you mentioned, they've kind of brought in these raw recruits, but I think the two Martas will get it over the line, and in the men's, I can see nobody beating Chingotto and Alonso.
Saying that, and I do think they are clear favourites. Chingotto and Gustapio, who's not here, obviously, they lost 2 games in San Sebastian. They made the 3rd and 4th place, but they lost it to the Atlantics with John Santh and El Gato Tello.
Yeah, I mean, you look at Ivan Cho, as he likes to be called, Ivan Ramirez, the Madrid native, and Alberto Garcia, who is 19 years old. I mean, he's a child.
He's rangy, isn't he? He's rangy.
He's a tall guy, but you know, he looks delighted to be here. For him, it must be an amazing experience to share the court with the likes of Chingotto, who's ranked number 3 in the world at the moment. For him to go home to his folks, I imagine he lives with his parents, and say, I have shared a court in Guadalajara, Mexico, at the first ever PPL tournament.
I've gone to Guadalajara, Mexico to win the league. Well, it's like us, really, isn't it? It's still really something you expected to happen.
No, but I think at this level of your career, when your journey is beginning.
And that's one of the things about Houston that I really like. I mean, we've seen, they've come out, they've got a really good atmosphere as well. They're all young, and it is a club that has, if you look at the webpage, it does say that one of the big vocations is trying to give an opportunity to the youngsters, and they've got, it's like Cancun, they've got a really good team spirit. They all work together, they all get it, they're all in there together, and you watch the two Martas and you can tell that they have a very good playing relationship, and they also play other tournaments together. Must confess, I've not seen a great deal of Laia and Sandra Bellver. I've had problems with because they're both from Barcelona, so is it Bellver with the 2 L's?
I've been told that in Castellano pronunciation it's Bellver, and I think in Catalan it's probably Bellver.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like Ona Batlle, who plays for the Spanish national team. Going back to football again, it's the B-A-T-double-L-E.
Oh, Catacol as well, the goal Catacol.
Yeah.
Double L in Catalan has a slightly different sound to in Spanish, so I think we should try and call it Bellver.
So you come for the paddle and you get the linguistic.
Yeah, you see, there you go. They don't call us Pablo, do they?
So no, I mean, if you're asking me in terms of favourites, I'm firmly sticking to the two Martas in the opening game, and I'm going to go for Miami in the
Yeah.
Second game, the game we're about to enjoy now, I say would be a closer call, but I expect the second clash between Houston and Miami to be resolved in a matter of 2 sets. These 4 players have plenty to follow. We've been treated to an absolutely masterclass of a game previously in the second clash between the Stingrays and the Waves.
Just thinking, just carrying on with the medical. Just rang a bell thinking about Sandra. Obviously, we've got Barbara de las Heras, who plays for the Beach. She's a qualified doctor. Martita Ortega, who's with the Las Vegas Smash, is also a doctor. And Sandra Bellver is a qualified nurse. She works in the Hospital de Bellver in one biggest hospital in Barcelona. I don't know if she works on now still, but she's certainly qualified and worked there.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of the players, certainly the ones, you know, emerging, will be studying or embarking on other sources of income generally. I mean, paddle, this is a professional game, of course, but
there's different levels of earnings.
Of course, yeah.
The top players earn a very, very good living.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like tennis, isn't it? I mean, I think the big thing, maybe the attractive thing for paddle is in tennis. Quite often you're on your own, you're playing singles. But in paddle, you're always travelling with with somebody, aren't you? Which I suppose could be a good thing or a bad thing if they start to get on your nerves, which maybe is why you see sometimes quite a high turnover in pairings. You know, because you are literally eating, living and breathing all the time with the same person.
And all it needs to is for your partner to pick up a niggle, a hamstring injury, calf strain, and that rules them out. That also means that you then need to look into finding a new partner, and that's not so easy. And the whole kind of merry-go-round starts to spin once again.
Exactly.
So no, it's interesting, the whole thing of pairing and how during a season couples break up, couples start again, and
it's a merry-go-round because one does start a domino effect.
Yeah, completely.
Okay, so we're just about ready to go. 10:15 local time here in Guadalajara. And the thing is, what we're looking at, we reckon the court, we were wondering, is quick. It's at 1,500 meters. They have treated the balls so they won't have quite as much pressure as the balls you use at sea level. But the courts look quick. It's just that the matches have been really close.
Yeah.
So let's see how this one goes. Marta Caparrós is a big hitter. She's 183. She is with the 2 balls in her hand.
You just mentioned there, Paul, it's 10:15 local time. And anybody tuning in from Central Europe, all we have to say is
good morning.
Good morning, and we love you. We love your dedication to watch this sport at 6:15 a.m. Oh. That's how you set a marker.
Yep. They're confident. You can see that they were really good in Donostia, and they just look really happy, relaxed, and full of confidence together.
Oh.
30 love. Looked a bit long from Marta Caparrós. In fact, in the 3rd and 4th place in Donostia, San Sebastian, I think his name in Spanish, there was Marta Barrera, Marta Caparrós and Marta Ortega all on the court at the same time. Commentator's dream, we just say there's Marta. Unless it was the other player. Who was Sofia Araujo.
One of my favourite players, Sofia.
Whoa. Thank you very much.
So, in less than a minute, it's 1-0.
It's a confident start, that, isn't it? Okay, it is Sandra Bellver to serve. Decent first serve.
I have a question for you, Paul. Was the colour pink always associated with Miami, or is that a new thing?
It was pink last year.
No, but I mean, just generally, the colour pink.
I really wouldn't know. And I wouldn't know why either.
I mean, obviously, Inter Miami and Messi, and pink has become synonymous with. But I mean, I'm trying to think back of the days Miami Vice was Don Johnson wearing a lot of pink.
Well, he wore a few pastels, didn't he?
Yeah.
A few pastel colours. And his loafers. And ridiculously big jackets. I didn't really watch it very much, Miami.
But it's just, it makes every sense. You see Miami wearing pink and you don't stop to think why. But it's pink. Miami is pink, and I associate the colour pink with Miami now. Even the Miami Heat have brought out special limited edition pink jerseys.
I wonder what colour the Dolphins were.
Orange and green.
See, that's not pink, is it?
No, that is definitely not pink.
15:30.
Come for the paddle, stay for the...
Fashion statements. I still like the LA Beach shirt because it's black with orange on it. Oh, just has the legs to take it over, Marta Caparrós, 30-all. Whoa, she got to it. Didn't get it over the net. 40-30. Hits that smash into the net, golden point, and first break point of the match. And of course the opposing team receiving can choose who faces the serve. Looks like it's going to be Marta Barrera. Nicely disguised, and
just in.
And she gets a hat racket on it, but goes into the net. So service is just held by a whisker. Once again, the effect of that smash when it was literally on the join, difficult to judge. Slightly loose, so 15-love. Marta Barrera serving. Doesn't quite get that one right, Marta Caparrós. Ooh, doesn't quite get over 30-15. Just has the legs on it. A little bit more speed, I think, than Laia was expecting. And Marta Caparrós unleashes her first smash of the match. And a very good one it is. So 2-1. As we go into our first proper break, everything so far going with serve. As you see the Volts people, it's not really that far, is it, from Houston to Guadalajara? Or
No. I mean, I think
the crow flies.
I think that both Houston and Dallas are used for a lot of international flights as a hub for Mexico.
There was lots of. There was talk that when we flew out, we might have to change in Dallas, but we didn't in the end. Direct hurrah.
No, I think US states, obviously California being the obvious candidate, and Phoenix, Nevada, Texas, of course, have very strong connections with Mexico. I know that in Dallas and Houston and Austin, huge Mexican communities living there.
Struck me how friendly everyone's been here so far in Guadalajara.
The reception we've had, Paul, I mean, we've hardly been here even 24 hours, but just being out and about and those little trips to the supermarket or whatever, just meeting just some of the friendliest people you could want to meet.
I'm very looking forward to trying the tomato beer this evening when I get back to the hotel.
I'll leave that to you, Paul. I'll look forward to your review and report.
Tomato lemon beer with tomato, lemon and salt. It's either going to be wonderful or as bad as it sounds. I suspect the latter, to be honest.
We need you here tomorrow, Paul. That's all I
I'll
want
be
to
here,
say.
don't you worry. Love is Rodríguez serving. Recovered well but couldn't keep it in, so 30-love.
We made a lot of reference, Paul, earlier on about the youthful age of the Houston team. Laia, we have to remember, she's only 20. She is another player fledgling in her career as a professional paddle player. Oh.
15-30.
That's a shot I can relate to, Paul. I produce several of those. Very frustrating. The ball just comes off the top of the racket when you just don't get enough elevation.
She got elevation there, 30-all. Well played, Marta Barrera. Once again, just have to make that little effort not to go into the net.
Yeah, I mean, a point like that, the ball sits up perfectly. I mean, you cannot go wrong. Having said that, you could follow through and just trip the net and undo all the good work.
Just to remind you, we're playing on our lovely Adidas court here. This black playing surface with the gold surround plate support. Supplied by AFP courts.
First break in game 4.
Steers it round. That's well played though, to force another golden point. And just helped that one round very, very nicely, Marta Caparrós. So there is the first break of serve in the match. 3-1 to Barrera and Caparrós, and it'll be Caparrós to try and consolidate the break.
Well, just creeping away from Bellver despite her best efforts. Again, Bellver wearing the arm sleeve, another effort to combat sweat on the racket. A garment much used by NBA players.
It's to combat sweat as opposed to like to protect your muscles, or a bit of it dual.
I think in this particular,
is it like compression or like a compression sock or something?
Yeah, I mean, I think it probably serves for both purposes. I think it reduces sweat to the racket hand, and probably also serves as a compression garment.
I played 15 all. Opts to lob. Digs it out brilliantly, and a loose shot there from Sandra Bellver. 30-15. And that's out. 40-15.
Sandra needs to just reset her game plan at the moment. Degree of erratic shots.
And tamely into the net, so 4-1. It'll be Sandra Bellver to serve when we get back. Just that one breakdown, but as I say, it always looks a lot more worse when you've served second.
It's actually Chigotto is offering words of wisdom on the sideline there, no?
He's a good teammate. It was very good value in San Sebastian, even though they didn't really turn it on court.
And Diego Pezzoni is the Houston Volts coach.
There's his name on the back.
I think Diego's got the easier of the two tasks at the moment. It's just more of the same, please, girls.
Yeah, keep it going. Keep them moving around. Still a good turnout. A few people have left after the first match. It lasted nearly 4 hours, the first two matches. I mean, if Chingotto's up last, you'd want to stay for that, wouldn't you? I think?
Yeah, I mean, Chingotto for me is the superstar attraction today in today's action. But it's a school day. People have to work tomorrow.
School day. It's August, though, isn't it? The middle of August.
It's a school day in terms of it's not a
weekend
weekend day.
Yeah. Okay.
But having said that, I think some schools may be back already. Schools are back in the US in some states already, I think.
Really?
I'm not too sure the situation in Mexico.
Good grief, Charlie.
But yeah, I think August traditionally for us is always holidays. But I think certain schools in the US again.
Oh. 15. I always think of schools in the States sort of starting in autumn. Please forgive. I think I base all that on Peanuts cartoons, however. Sally Brown having an existential crisis at the thought of returning to school. Oi, looks on the Barrera, turns into it, and no, she probably should have done a bit better. 15 all.
Ooh.
That's well played, well placed, intelligent stuff there from Rodríguez.
Both Martas slightly caught out of position. Plenty of space for Laya to play into. Routine winner.
Oh, went a bit long. Once again, slightly careless shot there. 30 all, leaving this game still wide open. Does well there to dig the Chiquita out. And again. That's better, that's much better from Sandra. 40-30.
She needed that kind of shot, Paul. I think
she had them under pressure though for the whole point.
Yeah, she was always in control, but I just think for her own peace of mind, state of mind,
yeah,
a shot like that will do her the world of good.
Oh, that's lovely played.
Wonderful shot.
Fist bump time. And golden point as well. And well played again. So there is the second service break. 5-1 in the first set. And it'll be Marta Barrera to serve for this opening set.
Just approaching the 20-minute mark too. It's been very much one-way traffic, Paul.
It has. I think we're sort of expecting the Volts to control this. Maybe not quite this easily. Well, as you know, we've said before in Padel, things can change very, very quickly sometimes. But maybe not in this set. 15 love. Once again, Marta Barrera is absolutely on fire.
Yep.
On fire. Just has that's a beautiful shot. She is
just the casual approach, Paul, just so nonchalant.
If we get a replay that, just look how she sort of had a little look where they saw them coming in and just placed the shot there. That was top quality. Wow, my word. She's just taken this set by the scruff of the neck, hasn't she? 40 love. And that is the first set. 6 games to 1. And looking at the clock, it says 21 minutes. First set for the Houston Volts.
Just looking at the ranking today, it's the men's side of Houston that has let the team down so far. The women's team,
okay.
The women's team would be,
you know, Marta and Marta. They've held their end up. It's basically maybe the lack of experience. If you watch, when we see Alberto Garcia Trabanco, he hits some great winners, but he also hits some bad errors. And it's just that side. He's like someone like Ausberger was 2 or 3 years ago, except maybe not quite as beefed up. But if he beefs up and just learns to cut out the errors, him and Pablo Garcia, who played alongside him in San Sebastian, they played really well in the second match. Well, they lost, but they got it. I can't remember who they were playing now. I'll just have to check. But they showed what they could be capable of.
I mean, there's losing set number 1, and then there's losing in the manner that we've seen Sandra and Laia lose, and it's a difficult job for a coach to try and just generate enough positivity and belief in your players when you know they're being outclassed by superior opposition.
I think what you have to do is you just have to tell them just to try and keep going, cut out the errors. Yeah, they've actually played quite well in the last 2 matches. They lost them both. They lost 6-3. Sorry, I'm talking about Garcia and Alberto Trabanco. They lost 6-3, 7-6 to Maxi Arce and Agustin Torre in San Sebastian, and then they also lost, but
First point of the second set going on the way of Miami. Wicket bounce.
6-1-7-5 to Pablo Lijo y Tolito. But once again, in the second set, we saw what they could do if they cut out the silly play. Anyhow, 15-all here. Back to the game at hand. Sandra Bellver serving.
Oh, that is something.
Aye, she is. She can keep this moment of form going for the next 20 minutes, then it'll be game, set, and match, won't it?
I mean, she's just playing, just exuding confidence. It is the Marta Barrera show.
It is indeed. She is exuding. .30-40. Still hope for Miami. Ooh, she wasn't far away there, but it's a goal point. It's a question, isn't it, of knowing when to commit and go out of court. Take a little risk that the ball has got the topspin on it and just kicks up and goes out. Oh, she makes a mistake. So, you know, quite often we talk about turning points. Saving all of those break points. Perhaps going to be a big moment there for Miami.
That's their first goal point of the session.
But it's not just that. It's coming back from 15-40 down to win the game.
It's certainly a good platform to build from in the opening game of the second set.
And there we have the heat map from the first set for Barrera and Caparrós. What it shows is that maybe Caparrós actually saw quite a lot of the ball, and interesting that a lot of the players come from deep. Marta Caparrós serving. Two Martas set to the good, but losing the opening game of the second set. Into the net. 15-all. That's 30-15. Marta Caparrós hits it and it stays hit.
She has a very unorthodox manner of serving. The ball seems to be the way she tosses the ball and stands back.
She feels it quite high, doesn't she?
Yeah, and the way she stands back is it's not a style of serving that I'm familiar with seeing.
If it works for you.
Exactly.
Claims gets into the net quickly. Backhand volley between the two rivals. Excellent. 40-15. Of course, she's at 183, Marta Caparrós. So it gives a little bit of an advantage when serving, because obviously ball's not allowed to go over waist high, but obviously if your waist's a bit higher than everybody else's, then you maybe can get a slightly better angle. Standing the pressure quite well here. Sandra and Laia, but then it just goes long and it's one game all. Laia Rodríguez to serve.
Getting her angles wrong there, Paul.
Yeah, just ever so slightly. Love 15. And that just had too much on it. Love 30. Once again, just take a little bit of time, have a chat. Once again, Marta Barrera aggressive, forcing an error. Love 40, so 4 break points. It's gone very long. Time's gone. 15:40.
Trying to think of a rally in this game. A rally more than, say, 4 or 5
Bim,
shots.
bam, bam.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit loose again. So 2-1. There was the service break. It'll be Barrera to serve when we have come back after this little stoppage, but everything going absolutely perfectly for the Houston Volts, ramping up the amps. Okay, here we go. Barrera to serve. They've just broken the Miami Padel Club pairing of Sandra Bellver and Laia Rodríguez. Can they consolidate the break, take a 3-1 lead in the second set? They already lead by 1-0. Nicely played, nicely disguised there from Laia. Love 15. Off the lob, wise move. And just long from Sandra. 15 all.
I think the two Martas, their choice of shot selection is more astute than those of Miami.
I think that once again they have the advantage that they do play alongside each other most of the time in other competitions as well. And you can just see they understand each other as well. You're just stretching for that one though, so 30-15. You could see what she was trying to do there, but just gets too much on it, and 30 all. Looking to change the angle, open the face of her racket.
Did see a few Houston Volts jerseys there in the grandstand, Paul.
So that's given them 2 break points to Miami. Marta Barrera, what was that? Into the net, so there we get a break straight back.
An uncharacteristic trio of errors from Marta, who has been just playing dazzling paddle.
Just getting a little overconfident, relaxed
Possibly,
too much.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Miami really need to hold now.
Good call.
It just goes long.
Great call from Marta Barrera, telling her companion to leave that ball.
And love 30, another unforced error really into the net on the volley.
That's been the problem for Miami. When they do see a chink of light, Paul, they're unable to just grasp that moment of opportunity. Bit of confusion there between both Martas.
15-30. Quick shout out to Eric, who apparently is watching us over his breakfast cereals in Spain. Well done, Eric. And 30 all. It's a nice lob. And that's gone very high. Well played again, Marta Barrera.
Excellent shot.
Yeah, really clever play. It looks as she's getting back to her peak form. 30-40.
Again, it was her ability to just judge that lob, opened the court up, brought the players forward, and afforded the space to make the killer shot.
Just goes into the side. It's a bit careless, and another goal point. And once again, they've rescued themselves from what looked like certain disaster. So 3 games to 2.
And when the chips are down, Sandra coming through this time. Fine smash into the corner, and Marta unable to latch onto it.
It's a little bit more fight from Bellver and Rodríguez in the second set.
I do think that we're looking at both Martas suffering from just a degree of overconfidence, Paul. They cruised that first set, and I think it's inevitable when you win in such a manner that you think it's done and dusted.
And they got the break as well in the second, and you thought to 2-1, you thought, oh, that's it, it's going to go 3-1, who knows what afterwards.
Yeah.
But no, they still have work to do.
And Laia is capable of some fine shots too, Paul. I mean,
oh yeah,
when the chips are down, she has delivered some really impressive shots that have managed to keep this tie alive. I mean, the game is still very much alive. You know, despite the 6-1 scoreline from the first set, which would suggest, you know, one-way traffic, we're seeing far from that in the second.
Marta Caparrós to serve 3-2 down in the second set. played.
Excellent.
That was Laia. Love 15.
Great technique.
No, it doesn't go. Rally's getting a little bit longer. I think that's dropping in. And that was just pulled wide though, so 15 all.
But it's good, Paul. The game needs a rally of that class just to kind of.
Looking for the winner there, wasn't she? Just a
Yeah.
bit lower over the net. And well played, 30-40. Maybe hit. Marta Caparrós thought she was going to get to that. 30 all.
But once again, credit to Laia, I think.
Yep. Keeping the pressure on in this game.
Very much so, yeah. She's certainly the stronger force in the Miami duo, I'd say, at the moment. That's disappointing from Sandra, straight into the net.
Just as the leg's on it. 3 games all. Is everyone having to work for the saves now?
Yeah, it's far from a foregone conclusion, Paul. Like I say, I think we were led into a deceptive manner in the after the first set. The first set was an emphatic.
It was very clear. They were very clearly superior in the first set.
Exactly.
To Martas.
Yeah, and I think that created a false sense of superiority, which quite clearly we're not seeing in the second set.
And you just got to change your mindset, haven't you? Then it's just gone long.
And that's the difference. Those shots were going in set number 1, and now, just by a matter of inches, millimeters, whatever, it's just not gelling and clicking for Houston as it was in set number 1.
I said it's really important for the Volts to win this because if they do win it, it would put a lot of pressure on the Los Angeles Beat in their matches if they want to finish above them and qualify for New York. What's a slightly unforced error there? 15-30.
Could this be the moment of inflection?
misread it. Took a risk that it was going to go out.
Yeah.
Didn't. 30 all. Slashes that one in though. Good shot there from Marta de Rivera. And 30-40, so 2 break points for Houston. Can they make them count now? I think the angle of the racket there, the way she sort of slashes across it, maybe just wrong-footed, Sandra, as well.
There was also a ton of spin on the ball, Paul. I mean, it was very difficult to read.
Yeah,
When a ball bounces off the glass with spin at speed.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot. That is a game-winning shot. That is the break that they have been, well, they've already had 1 break, but that's got them back a break up 4-3. Can they consolidate it this time when we come back on court?
That shot was very reminiscent of the Marta Barrera from the first set, Paul.
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
clinical, pinpoint accuracy, and a point and set winning, or a game winning shot ultimately.
Okay. Marta Barrera serving for the chance to go 5-3 up in the second set. A set to the good already with her and Marta Caparrós. Love 15, that once again just fractionally out.
Totally unfazed by the error.
Oh. Great game, great point. Oh, into the net, Marta.
So cruel. I think Laya's been watching Lucas Bergamini there with that reflex shot. Look at that. Great technique. Keeping the point alive.
So is it going to be a second time they've broken and a second time they've failed to consolidate? Well, that's 15-30. Pulls the point back.
Face of frustration from Laia.
Oh, sort of face, wasn't it?
Again, it's all driven by Laia and her ability to pull out those big shots in those key moments.
Good serve, put her under a lot of pressure there. 30-40. Oh, yeah, Marta Caparrós. Not quite sure what she was doing there. Four games all. They've had their chances, haven't they, Houston, to seal this?
They have. I mean, they've got no one but themselves to blame. But every credit to Sarah and to Laia has to be said. And I think anybody tuning in, looking at the score of the first set, thinking this was going to be a walk in the park, well, they're in for quite a surprise. Everything seems to be going ever so slightly all the way for the girls from Miami, Paul.
Yep. And well hit, couldn't control it. 30 love.
We're starting to see much improvement from Sandra too. She's now
definitely
edged up her game a few notches and contributing to this comeback.
Ah, that's a lovely point. Well played.
Brilliant.
Lovely little drop shot there. 40 love.
Beautifully cushioned, I should say.
Set that one a wee bit though. 40-15. That serve's gone long. That's the game. 5-4. Time for another break, and it'll be Marta Caparrós serving to stay in the second set. Well, things are looking a lot happier for Miami at the moment.
No, it's been a considerable turnaround, Paul. Like I say, had somebody told me that after the first set would be in this position, I would have not have believed them for a second. And
somewhere told me 2-1 in the second set would break to the good. That Houston would be struggling to stay in the set. I would not have believed, just for the way they were playing. Yeah.
I think there's a couple of factors at play here. I think Houston suffered from
dipped a bit, and Miami have got better.
Yeah, and I also think they've been victims of overconfidence. I think also Laia has made some really key plays, and Sarah, who has been the weaker of the duo, has upped her game considerably as this set has gone on. And I think that's what we're seeing now is a combination of a lot of different factors contributing to this 5-4 scoreline, which is, like I say, not something I envisaged. So yeah, Houston serving to stay alive in the second set.
That's a good start, 15 love. You wonder almost if you went to a super tie break, would it be a bad thing for them? Because sometimes you just see different sets, you just get that change of mindset, you have to focus more. That's better from Marta Caparrós. 30 love. Good return. And it's again impossible to judge that. But it was the return that really forced the point.
Yeah, but again, once again, Laia seeing the opportunity and delivering the stroke that was needed.
Oh, it's a bit loose. Does a racket just slip in her hand a little bit? 40-15. .30, well played again from Laia. That is the game, 5-all. Once again, had to work for it. Laia serving 5-all. If she holds serve, the worst that can happen is a tie break for the Miami.
Disappointing.
Just a little bit long.
Yeah. But Houston certainly need the Marta Barrera that we saw from the opening set, Paul. That's quite clear.
Second serve, I think. Or was it let first serve? Stretching for that one, puts it into the net. 15-all. Ah, well defended. And another good point. 30-15.
Again, I think Laia Rodríguez is the form player on court at the moment.
Yep.
Out of the four, she's the one that's impressing. She's the one clinching those winners. And she's the one playing with all the confidence in the world.
Fault on the serve. And once again, a slightly tired shot there. 40-15. And well played, well blocked, so 6-5. Will be Marta Barrera serving when we come back to force a tie-break. It's just like fucking heartbreak.
We've still got a game to go. My energy levels are fucking low, man. I called Sandra Sara there during that, but I was like,
No. It's not you. This is the longest session, certainly the longest session by miles. I've had to do. Yeah. Certainly the longest evening session.
I mean, you wouldn't mind this in San Sebastian when you're on your own time zone, but when you're in a fucking different time zone. You've had 5 hours sleep last night.
After a 24-hour day.
Yeah.
And the San Sebastian is a 5 o'clock start. 6 o'clock start, anything goes long.
I know, I mean, like you say, I was going to say, we're well past midnight. I mean, this game may finish at midnight, and then you've got those games start at 12. That'll finish at like 1:30 maybe. No.
Which means you only really get 7 hours sleep the next day.
It is well paid.
Right, are we going to have a tie break, or are we going to have a super tie break, or are we going to have a tie break and a super tie break? Well, all will be revealed in the next couple of minutes. Well, some of it will be at least.
I can see this going all the way, Paul.
Well, most games today have gone a long way.
The momentum is with Miami, and Laia Rodríguez is the star player on court at the moment.
Well played. 15 love. Oh, lovely shot from Laia Rodríguez.
And again, 2 back-to-back absolute beauties from Laia.
15-30. After that, that's a slightly careless shot from Sandra. 30-all. That's a big point and well won. Difficult one, that was right close to the glass. That's a bit short. And the golden point. Well, it's very short, the lob there, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're just failing to gel, failing to connect. And we've talked on a number of occasions now about the mental side of the sport of paddle, Paul. And this what we're seeing here epitomizes that, where things can change, the dynamic changes, the momentum all of a sudden has gone the way of Miami. And Marta Barrera, we're not seeing, she led the way in the opening set, and we're not seeing that same leadership from Marta.
So, once again, a point that'll either take us to a tie break or a super tie break. It takes us to a tie break. Just a fraction long. So a little mini break there for Caparrós and Barrera. That's better. 2-love. Once again a bit loose. 3-love.
That's the question now. Are Miami, through unforced errors, going to undo all that wonderful work in taking the game, the second set, to this stage? That's the big question.
Oh, it's gone long again. 4-love. Rodríguez serving. It's a good lob. Is that long? It is indeed. 5-love. All this effort, and all of a sudden it's 5-love against you in the tiebreak. It's very strange.
Once again, talk about momentum, Paul. Momentum was swung all of a sudden and in dramatic fashion back in the way of the Houston Volts. And now they have the cushion. They need to keep that mental fortitude.
Quick change of end, just a little slightly unforced error there. Chance.
Obviously Houston need to win, Paul, but Houston need to win with a good cushion. They don't want to take this to a super tiebreak.
No. I mean, no. Basically, because obviously losing sets, if it gets tight with, say, the beat or whatever, the fewer sets you lose, then the better it's going to be for
Precisely,
you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just a moment of hesitation between both Martas there about who was to take on that shot.
Yep, 5-2, and the point is lost.
Yeah.
2 points now for Miami. Are they going to get on a roll? Oh, didn't dig it out. A little Chiquita down there, but I think she could have got that one over. 6-2. So we have a few match points. 4, in fact. Three. Well played, Laia.
Wonderful from Laia.
It's Laia who's taking the responsibility, isn't it, for the big shots?
It is. I mean, it's the Laia Rodríguez show in terms of this amazing comeback that we've seen in the second set. It's almost a single-handed operation from Laia.
Now you start getting a few nerves coming in, don't you, from Houston again? You thought you had it sorted, and now you just want to get over the line.
Yeah.
If they don't win this point, who knows?
It's been a game of two players, Paul. I mean, the first set was all about Marta Barrera, and the second set for me is all about Laia Rodríguez.
Unbelievable. That's 3 match points gone. Wild. But that was desperation, wasn't it? That's just finish it. Finish it now.
Yeah, it was just a rush of blood to the head, Paul. Rash shot from Marta, uncharacteristic of the Marta we saw in the first set. And it means that we're still in action here at the Code Arena in Guadalajara.
And it's Laia Rodríguez serving to see if she can save a 4th consecutive match point. Oh, what a cruel way to lose it. Sandra puts that into the side.
And that's heartbreaking from Laia Rodríguez. As I say, she almost single-handedly drove that comeback.
Yep.
And Houston Volts win, but not convincingly, Paul, I have to say, from what we saw in the second set.
Very good first set, not such a good second set. Big point though, big points that will get them a little bit closer to New York.
So smiles and celebrations all round for the Volts.
And celebrations and a few bit of congratulations from Ivanchu and Alberto García Trabanco.
And so concludes the penultimate game on day 1 of the Guadalajara Open.
No, it doesn't. We've still got another match.
The penultimate game.
A penultimate, yeah. We have Ivan Ramirez and Alberto Trabanco against Eduardo Alonso and Fede Chingotto. Yeah, yeah. Okay, we're just going to hear from the winners with Pia. Here.
Bueno, pues estoy aquí con Marta y con Marta también. Felicidades, chicas, qué partidazo. La verdad es que un primer set muy bien dominado, un segundo que se les complicó un poquito.
Bueno, lo primero, buenas a todos. Es un placer, la verdad, estar aquí. El público de México es espectacular. Y bueno, la verdad que sí, teníamos el primer set muy bien controlado, el segundo creo que también, pero bueno, al final ellas también creo que han subido el nivel y nos lo han puesto difícil. Pero nada, contenta de darle un puntito más al equipo y a seguir.
Dicen por ahí que la pareja de pádel es más importante que tu pareja de matrimonio. ¿Estás de acuerdo?
Sí, además de verdad porque somos muy amigas fuera de pista y entonces por momentos es un poco difícil, pero la verdad que también creo que hacemos un muy buen equipo y en los momentos así difíciles nos ayudamos una a la otra y eso es lo importante.
Muchísimas gracias, chicas. Felicidades. Un aplauso para Marta y Marta de Houston Bolts, que han dado un partidazo aquí en Guadalajara. Van a estar aquí pues en la semana y muchísimas gracias, chicas. Que descansen. Gran partido, de verdad.